Hey, welcome back to Records, Food, and Other Stuff here on YouTube. It's been a little bit since I've made a video, so I'm going to do one on a couple books I've read since Christmas and two new album pickups I got. Excuse me. Big wrestling fan. I wasn't around. I don't ever remember watching much of Stampede Wrestling, but a lot of my favorite wrestlers came out of there, out of Stu's Dungeon. But this is a great book, Pain and Passion: The History of Stampede Wrestling. It is like a very thorough history of Stampede Wrestling, and really enjoyable read. Brought back a lot of memories of a lot of wrestlers who maybe started there, got their first exposure to the business there. Um, I mean, Bret Hart and Owen Hart alone, and the British Bulldogs coming out of there. But like Andre the Giant used to loop through there. Bad News Allen, who in WWE became Bad News Brown. Yeah, anybody who was anybody went through Calgary back in the day. It was it would have been quite the spectacle and time to be there. Watch if you're a wrestling fan like I was, and yeah, not that I not haven't been watching WWE too much. There's Dynamite Kid, Bad News Allen to talk about. But yeah, lots of older pictures. Um, it gets right in depth with a lot of the guys. Yeah, it's great. If you're a wrestling fan, and this one, another wrestling book. That's why I said I'm a wrestling fan, because wrestling nerd more than anything. Mox, the John Moxley book. I guess that's behind. They took two pictures. So, what do they made him freeze? Like, freeze! No, run back. Yeah, this goes into John Moxley. You might know him as Dean Ambrose in WWE. Again, this goes delves into his childhood, breaking into the business. He had quite a good story. It's very entertaining. He doesn't hold back with a few people. Kevin Dunn being one of them. But yeah, I just finished this one last night. Excellent read. Very, very small print for a guy like me going blind. But yeah, good book. Again, if you're a wrestling fan, 100% would suggest reading this one. I remember years ago when The Rock was wrestling in WWE. I wasn't a huge fan of his in-ring wrestling skills, I guess. But on the mic, he was fabulous. But I remember I was in line at a bookstore, and his autobiography was there, and I bought it. And I don't know why. Back then, I didn't like him. He's a great actor. I'm glad he hit in acting and everything, but in-ring ability, I mean, he's athletic and all, but the sharpshooter was terrible. Ugh. All right, let's switch gears to records. It's records, food, and other stuff. Okay, this one I have been searching for a number of years. Probably when I was even first got into record collecting. When I figured out I was a record collector in high school. This was a movie that was a staple in my house by me as an only child. This is one of my favorite movies. I've watched it a billion times. I got it on DVD. I never even upgraded to Blu-ray or anything like that. I just got it on DVD. And I've got their first album. It's Bob and Doug McKenzie's Strange Brew soundtrack. Beauty. Beauty. It's not a typical soundtrack. What it is, it's basically Bob and Doug riffing, doing like a comedy album almost, and with clips from the movies, and a couple of songs from the movies. There's like Ian Thomas, Dave Thomas's brother. There's a couple songs on here that he sings, but other than that, it's them and clips from the movie. It's hilarious in my mind because I'm a Bob and Doug McKenzie fan. Those who went to high school with me, my friend Tim White and I used to do Bob and Doug McKenzie on stage a couple times. I think we only did it 2 times, maybe, but it went over well. We kept true to the characters for high school students. But yeah, Great movie. If you've never seen it, try to find it. Like, rent it on digital format or something now. It's very Canadian and very 80s. It doesn't hold up well, but it's still hilarious. But I mean, Rick Moranis, you can't. Dave Thomas, you can't. They can't not be funny. Like, just their faces, facial expressions in the movie gets to me. Okay, so this next record I ordered March 12th, 2021. And then there was delays in the printing of them on vinyl. Is that printing? Copying them onto vinyl. Wouldn't be printing. Books. I'll be okay. So if you like the rock and roll, kids, as Dave Letterman would say, Rules, the band. The Bummer Circus comes to Truth City. I've been listening to this since it was released last year. I listened to it on Spotify. Everything's backwards there. I was listening on Spotify. A lot of the music off of this album has made it onto my workout playlist, as it's a great album. Very heavy. Take a look at that. It's kind of see-through. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, it sounds great on vinyl. But yeah, like I said, they fuel my workout quite a bit, these guys. Along with many other artists. It's always, hardcore, punk, 80s metal, and hip-hop on my playlist. So, yeah, I don't know how to fiddle in with all this stuff at the moment. Yeah, I think because, as an apology, because they kept sending emails saying, things are delayed, this is delayed, that's delayed, and I'm patient. I've ordered it. So I got a little poster. I don't know, I'm 46, I don't really have a place to hang this up. I guess the artist on the back here that did this passed away in 2019. Looks like a little tribute to him. Sad, I guess. Sticker, who's the band? Russ Rankin, I guess they're just promoting. Chris Blessings, the label. Another band, I guess, from here, Almighty, Trigger Happy. A letter apologizing. This is my receipt. Sorry for the wait. You rule. So, yeah. I pre-ordered, where was it here? March 12th, 2021. Yeah, and I got it the 21st of this year, 2022. But I don't care, like I said. They threw the CD of it. I don't have a CD player, that's okay. Got one in the garage somewhere. Got, who's this guy? Oh, Russ Rankin. A Square 45. These are cool. I'm holding it down here. Hey, see? It's square, huh? Down here, off camera. I'm not professional, folks. See? Square 45. I got a second Square 45. A few people on this. Sacrifice, Fully Crazed, Slaughter, and Baptized in Blood. Or Bib, as it's saying on there. That's definitely dual sides of the square. So yeah, check out Rules the Band. They're on Spotify, obviously. If you like it there, buy the album. Support the kids. They're all my age, or close to it. But not that. I think they're like a little younger. But still, support the kids. Support the music. If you have anyone you want to promote, or your band yourself, I know I've been using my friend Dallas Tony from high school. Some of his new music. I've been using that on the podcast, part of Records, Food, and Other Stuff, which you can check out on Google Podcasts now. I think Apple, of course, Spotify, and Anchor app. I'm going to try to get it onto more media platforms, and hopefully it expands, gets some more listeners, because right now I'm getting like 2 listens, and it's people at work or like family and friends. So but yeah, Records, Food, and Other Stuff on all platforms. You can find me on Facebook at Records, Food, and Other Stuff. Email Records, Food, and Other Stuff, all one word, at gmail.com. Here's Record, Food, and Other Stuff on YouTube. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, if you have any suggestions or comments or whatever, or if you're in a band or a singer or anything, an author, artist, foodie, circus food and other stuff, anything. We'll do anything. We'll talk about anything here. Or I will talk about anything. You can talk about it too if you want to be on the podcast, or we can do video. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you any longer. Talk to you soon. Records, food, and other stuff. Len Hilson. Out.